Hey there, this is Grant with VGI again, and we're going to be finishing up talking about the game idea of the broken. If you haven't watched the last video on this idea, take a look at that one first, just because it gives you like the background, storyline, and everything on the whole entire idea in general. And you can click the annotation somewhere on the screen or the link down below to go over to that video. And we're going to be covering the features and gameplay mechanics on this video. And 4 features came to mind when I thought about this idea. First is a morale meter. Now this is pretty simple. It shows you a target's morale, and when Peter uses his ability, he can make any given target's morale go lower and lower and lower. And the more extreme that gets, the more effects are apparent on, well, the more the effects are apparent on the actual given target. And you make somebody just slightly demoralized, maybe they stop eating, or maybe start sleeping all the time. Now when that meter or what have you gets lower and lower and lower and lower to suicidal, once they hit suicidal, they try to kill themselves. But that basically that whole entire spectrum, more and more things start happening, and the effects are just more and more potent. Now, a really cool way to offset this, I think, would be to include a mechanic where you have to be careful on how you actually use it and when you use it, just because if you push too many people too far and too many people kill themselves because of your given ability, then Tim gets sick to death with you and just bails on you and lose the game. So you gotta kind of be careful on when and how you use your ability, just because you don't want to push away your partner in crime and then lose the game outright. Next, attitude and color. Now this would be the feature I would look the most forward to, hands down, and it would be based on Peter's mood. The more depressed he is, the more the game looks black and white, and the happier he gets, the more color gets steadily added. And how you change his mood is if you make other people sadder, he gets happier, basically steals their happiness. So you make more people around you demoralized, he gets happier. Now if you make other people happier, you take from him and he gets sadder. So that's how you can kind of change the way everything looks, and it would change the visual feel constantly for the game. Now this is basically a cosmetic feature. If you guys have any ideas at all on how you could actually work this into actual functional gameplay past just something that's visually appealing, I would love to hear it. The third feature that popped in my head was collecting hallucinations. Now this would be a feature that revolved around Tim and his ability to make other people see the hallucinations he himself sees. If you made his power tied into his imagination, so if he reads a book or if he watches a TV show, he can make other people hallucinate about whatever he has read or seen. So if he reads a book about a snake that's 140 foot long and can fly, or I don't know, flying pigs or whatever, he can make other people hallucinate just that. It would be a really cool way and a dynamic way to constantly expand your arsenal for Tim and what he can or can't make people see. Finally, a medication feature. Now, every single time Tim uses his ability, he becomes a little bit more insane. And if he becomes completely insane, you lose the game. But you receive medication throughout the game that keeps your insanity in check. The catch is, it's not unlimited, and you can run out. So the player has to pick and choose when they want to use their power and make the most use of it, because if they use it too much and they run out of the medication to keep everything in check, you lose the game. Now that's pretty much it. If you guys have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. And if you have any game ideas in general, share them. And I hope you guys have a great day. Catch you later. Remember to like this idea if you want to see it made into a real game, and subscribe so you know what games are right around the corner.